Have a good day, my students. How are you? I hope you are all well. Here is another week, week 10, and another topic unit, which is called International Trade. We're going to talk about this topic today. And before starting the unit, there are some questions that you have to we have to talk about. Here is it. We can give the answer. If you want, you can give the answer or think about the answer of the questions. The first one is, how does the international trade affect what farmers plant? The international trade affects has a big impact, has a big effect on what crops farmers plant. Then, in order to, for example, maximize their profits, farmers will plant a crop that is most profitable for them, and the price of the crops are determined by the market. Because of that, if one particular crop is more favorable on the international market, farmers will plant that in their farm, in their fields, in order to get good money. I can give this answer for this first question. The second question could be, does your country import or export more agricultural products? I'm not sure about this, but I know that we import and we export agricultural products. I don't know how much, and so I cannot give a proper answer for this. You can imagine this. You can give an answer for this, I guess. Here is the topic, here's the passage that we're going to read. And here we go. Let's start to read and follow the instruction, follow the speaker from the from the listen. Here we go.
Unit 10, International Trade. Exercise 5, page 23.
Canada. Agricultural companies looking to start selling in global markets may look to Canada. Canada is one of the leading exporters of agricultural goods such as wheat and other grains, but it also receives significant yearly imports of organic fruits and vegetables. With one of the world's healthiest economies, Canada is a major player in the World Trade Organization, WTO. It is an advocate of liberalized trade. Canada charges very minimal tariffs on imported goods. The country also applies little or no trade restriction quotas. One setback to sending goods to Canada is the requirement of dual language labeling in both English and French. Chile. The Republic of Chile thrives as one of South America's strongest economies, based largely on international trade. While Chile remains import-dependent with respect to energy-related goods, it is export-dependent overall. Recent increases in the price of copper, Chile's leading export, have fueled the country's financial growth. Since 2006, Chile has enjoyed a positive balance of trade. Despite its trade surpluses, the country still imports large amounts of agricultural goods, such as soybeans and corn. Companies importing to Chile will find a 6% tariff on all imported goods. All products imported to Chile must have labels printed in Spanish.
Yes. You see, the bolded words are here, and they are important in order to do the exercise, the previous exercise that are coming. So it is not the passage is very related with the trade economy, international economy. So here are the questions about the passage. The first group of questions is about 4 questions. Read the trade profile summaries, then mark the following statement as true or false. The first one is, high tariffs are a setback to import to Canada, importing to Canada. So we can find it here, I guess. You can find this information here. So height tariffs are set back. There is something wrong here. It must be written import here, not importing. Okay, there is a mistake here. I cannot go back. So for this question is, according to the passage, is false, I guess. Okay. What about Chile export more than it imports? Chile export more than its export. We can find import depending with respect of energy, export, and the overall the price. And according to this passage, it is true here. Chile export more than it imports. Whether both nations require labels in two languages. Let's go back to the passage. In Canada, it is written here, dual language labeling, English and French, and all products in Chile must have labels printed in Spanish. So it is false according to the passage, my friend. Okay. I guess you understood. Here we go to the next question group. B. Fill in the blanks with the correct words and phrases from the word bank. The word bank's words are export, code, trade, supplies, import dependent. The first one is a blah 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 country purchases more than it sells international. So what do you think? Yes, I heard that it is, you said to me, import dependent country purchases more than it sells in international. What about the second question? With is a major blah 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 to other countries. Yes, is a major export to the other countries is the correct answer. What about 3? The government may impose a new. Yes, I heard that you are saying code for the 3 questions. And fever imports lead to a trade surplus. The last words could be suitable for the last empty places. Okay, here are the important and the explanation and the answers of the group B questions. Next to the next part, we have C. Write a word that is similar in the meaning to the underlined part. Yes, there are underlined parts here. For example, the exchange products are cross borders. We're going to find out the similar explanation as a word for this group of sentence, group of words. We can call it phrasal verb. Countries interact through the exchange of products across the border. What do you think the answer is? Yes, international trade is the correct answer for this. Number 2, the organization that oversees trade among nations is considering some new regulations. The short formation of this, abbreviation of this explanation is WTO, World Trade Organization, which is the same meaning with the underlined phrases here. Number 3 is, number 3, increases in export alter the difference between the value of export and imports. And number 3, differences between the value of export and import. Yes, I heard. Balance of trade is the correct answer for the underlined words here. And number 4 is high fees on imported or exported goods, products, domestic farmers, which is called tariffs here, is the correct answer for this. And the 5, many countries depend on products brought in from other countries, which is just the opposite of export, which is imports here. And countries that have surpluses are often reliant on selling products internationally, which is the countries very rich, I guess. And the answer is export dependent is the correct answer for the blanks here. Okay. It is the end of the C part, and let's go back to the listening section here, my friends. In the listening section, we're going to listen a dialogue here. In the dialogue, we're going to give, equivalent to the dialogue, we're going to give the answers. Listen to the conversation between a farmer and an accountant. Choose the correct answer here. Here we go. Listen first. You may listen many times. Okay.
Exercises 6 and 7, page 23.
Mr. Johnson, have you ever considered selling your hay internationally?
I hadn't really thought about it. Could I get a better price?
Perhaps. But there are a number of things to consider.
I know for a fact that buyers in Mexico aren't going to pay what my clients here do.
That may be true. But it would give you a chance to unload your excess hay.
Interesting. I don't make anything off that surplus now, do I?
No, you don't.
Well, if you think we can sell it internationally, let's give it a shot.
We also have to consider the costs. There are shipping costs and tariffs.
I see. So what do you recommend?
Well, let's look at a few different countries' trade profiles. An import-dependent country might have a good setup for you.
Okay, you may listen many times, doesn't matter. What is the conversation mainly about? What do you think? Avoiding tariffs, importing hay, reducing trade costs, exporting surplus hay. You're right. It is the correct answer is D. Exporting surplus hay. Mainly, they are talking about this topic. What will the speakers likely do next? Discuss hay prices. Look at the trade profiles. Search for label printers. Contact buyers in Mexico. Not contact buyers in Mexico. It's not going. They are not next. He's not going to search for label price. Discuss hay price. No, they are not. I guess the correct answer is look at the trade profiles. Is the speaker like to do next time about this topic? Okay. Here are the answers of part T. Let's go to the. I guess it is the last part. Listen again and complete the conversation. We're going to listen the passage and we're going to complete the conversation according to the listening. The farmer and the accountant are talking. Here we go. Here is the first listening of it.
Exercises 6 and 7, page 23.
Mr. Johnson, have you ever considered selling your hay internationally?
I hadn't really thought about it. Could I get a better price?
Perhaps. But there are a number of things to consider.
I know for a fact that buyers in Mexico aren't going to pay what my clients here do.
That may be true. But it would give you a chance to unload your excess hay.
Interesting. I don't make anything off that surplus now, do I?
No, you don't.
Well, if you think we can sell it internationally, let's give it a shot.
We also have to consider the costs. There are shipping costs and tariffs.
I see. So what do you recommend?
Well, let's look at a few different countries' trade profiles. An import-dependent country might have a good setup for you.
An import-dependent country might have a good setup for you. That's a good way to find out a trade country. So to sell your product is a good way. I mean, import-dependent country. It's a good business. So let's give the answer. I hadn't really thought about. The farmer says, could I get a better price than accountant? Perhaps, but there is a number of things to consider. And the farmer says, yes, I heard that you give the answer. Know for a fact that buyers in Mexico aren't going to pay what my clients here do. And the accountant says that Yes, that may be true, but it would to unload your, yes, that it would give you a chance to unload your excess hay. The farmers are interesting. I don't that surprise now. I don't make anything of that surprise now. I have written a mistake. There's a mistake here. We have to add one F again here. One more F, I mean. No, you don't. Do you know? Do I know? You don't. Well, if you think we can sell it international, blah, blah, blah. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. We also have the considered cost. There are shipping costs and tariffs. I see. So what do you recommend? Well, let's look at the different countries' trade profiles. And import-dependent countries might have a good setup for you. So you have to start with the country whose import is dependent countries. So you can sell much more hay for them. The speech are going like that. So here are the answer of the questions of the dialogue here. I hope that you are okay where you are staying at the moment. Next week I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to give you homework, and we are going to give the marks for the first midterm exam marks. It is going to be the midterm exam marks, your homework. Okay. This weekend, I'm going to send you, not Saturday, and maybe Sunday night, I may send you a message about the topic that you're going to do your homework as an example, as an exam for midterm exam, and you're going to have 5 days to complete your exam. Okay, to fill all the give all the answer for the questions, I guess. Okay, good luck. Have a good day. Have a good week again, and take care, my dear friend. Okay, bye bye.